My humble pranams to all the divine, immortal souls. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. So last week we talked about contemplation. That means whenever we have any kind of challenges in our life, what we are supposed to do, we have to ask for the answers. As I said, the answers are never outside, it's all within you. So what kind of question can you ask for you to get the answers? So this is what we're going to learn today. So today we're going to talk about the art of asking questions for inner contemplation. And this is taken from a book, The Answer Is You by Michael Bernard Beckwith. Michael Bernard Beckwith is actually a guru, a spiritual master, and I think he has a school. They call the school is Agape, and he has been promoting a lot of spiritual ideas, spiritual concepts, and writing a lot of spiritual books. So I've taken this from him. So now let's look at the second page. Okay, this is actually a very interesting history I want to share with all of you. For those who have studied in the Malaysian government, okay, our type of learning is rote learning. That means we will memorize everything and then we will gurgle it out in for exam and everything. And there was never a chance for us to think critically or never had chance for us to think. But I don't know about the people in India. I feel they have a lot of opportunity for them to think and to voice out. But in our community where I studied, it wasn't like that. So it took a long time for me to voice out my own opinion. And a lot of us actually don't know how to think. I'm basing this on my I'm basing this on my experiences, okay? So we don't know how to think. We only think about what are the problems we have, how to make money, how to take care of the children, how to make the husband happy, how to make the relationship happy, the relations happy, and all those things. But we never really thought deeply, and we never even questioned. We never questions a lot of things. We are all conditioned by some kind. We all are conditioned. We all a conditioned mindset. We never think about anything. But now I'm getting a clearer picture that I was reading a book called Anastasia. In that book, Anastasia says, that God has given us a very powerful tool that is our brain, and nothing can compete. And she says there's nothing in this world, no machinery can compete with that kind of brain. You see, we have such a powerful tool in our head, and we never even bothered to make full use of it. We are only using about I'm not sure whether 8% or 11%. We're only using 8% or 11% of the brain. If only we could use 100%. I'm sure if you all have watched Lucy, then you will understand. How she managed to use the 100% and how she just dissolved into thin air. It's a beautiful story, a beautiful movie. If you all got a chance, please watch. Okay, now coming back to questioning. So here, this master is telling questioning is a fundamental part of human inquiry. That means we have to ask ourselves, go within and ask us this question. Uh, we, when we were children, we asked a lot of questions to our parents, but the parents said, please don't ask me question. You don't ask me question, just do. That's what I got. My mother used to say, don't ask me question, just do what I ask you to do. That kind of thing. So that's how I grew up. So, but that kind of condition we had, but we never really um go and uh, ask a lot of questions in terms of philosophical or spiritual exploration until now. But now I tell you, some part in my brain just opened up and I have started asking a lot of questions. And the reason I came out with this is because I want to give a guideline to all of you so that you all can ask this kind of questions. Okay? So if you can understand, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So Bedford here discusses how question whether about happiness, abundance, peace, or the nature of existence serve as a catalyst for growth, self-discovery, and spiritual awakening. From my own experience, I found out that only when you ask the question, and it just be the right question, that you will get the answer. And the more you ask question, the more you will understand about the nature of yourself, the nature of the universe, the nature of the philosophical spirituality, philosophical thought, and all those things. So a lot of questions need to be asked. He said the, the act of asking question invites us to expand our perception beyond limited belief. We are, as I said, we are conditioned with belief and a lot of traditional customs, that kind of what do you call, that kind of constraint we have to ask questions to come out from all those things. So we come out from the traditional limited belief, and then we have kind of we can foster some trust, and we have a deeper understanding about any subject. Okay, sometimes he said the questioning can be vulnerable, and sometimes it's risky. Yeah, because I've noticed when there are some questions, you don't want to go and ask yourself this kind of question. For example, you don't want to ask yourself, why are you always angry? Because you always feel that other people is angry, not you. We don't want to ask the question like, why do you get irritated with the small things? Why are you are you incapable of doing this kind of work? All these are very sensitive questions. We won't ask this kind of question to other people, and we don't dare ask this kind of question to ourselves. But now we have to break that. We have to ask very sensitive questions to ourselves for us to get the answer. Okay. So Beckwood encourages readers to ask more skillful and self-revealing questions. He said, don't always be in a victim mode. Don't always ask why me. That's that's something that you will never get answer. You know, the when I joined this meditation, Patrici says, no, why don't you ask this question? Why not me? So I asked myself, I started asking this question, why not me? Because why me is because this experience is you design yourself. I design all this experience. I design this life for myself. So why am I asking this question? Why me? I wanted the experience. My soul wanted the experience. I wanted to enjoy this. So when I had that knowledge, everything became crystal clear for me. Okay. The author says that answers are embedded within the question. Whenever you ask a question, the answer is already there. It's not outside. It's all within you. As Anastasia said, you have a super brain in your head. Use the brain. Get the answer within. And definitely, when you ask the right question, you will definitely get the answer. And especially with our meditation, when we elevate our consciousness, when we vibrate in a different kind of electromagnetic, I think somebody was telling, some scientist was explaining, the moment we meditate, as our meditation grow, meditation experience grow, our awareness grow, consciousness grow, then the electromagnetic will actually detect all the answers from the environment, from around you, and pass that answer through your pituitary gland. Say pituitary gland, it goes inside your brain, and you get all the answers. Okay, this one might sound a bit difficult to understand, but do look up um, videotape. I will share the video with all of you later. Okay, the key messages. One moment. You see, the key messages is that the answers your questions and your willingness to seek and reflect are integral, are very, very important in discovering our highest truth and the living purposeful life. Okay. Now I want all of you to close your eyes. I'm going to ask one question and I want you to look for the answer. Okay. These questions are designed to open your mind and heart, inviting insight, clarity, and spiritual growth. The key to ask with sincerity, curiosity, and open heart, trusting that answers will emerge from within. Okay. we are going to try one question and see whether we can get answer or not. So all of you, I'm going to ask this question to all of you. Take a few minutes, close your eyes now, take a few minutes to think about the question and see what's the first answer that comes to your mind. Okay? The question is, how can I serve others today? Okay? The question that we are asking now is, how can I serve others today? You're thinking about it. Just let the question, ask the question several times in your mind. How can I serve others today? And see what is the first answer that you're getting. Okay, anyone want to answer?
Frankly speaking, nothing comes to the master. But what are my pending activities for the end of the day? That only is coming. So what are the
It's okay. So
what are the pending activities that I have to do? That this person is asking that I have to complete that. That person is asking that I have to complete that. That only is coming.
okay, I understand, Dr. Sita. So, okay, I forgot to inform you. Before you ask this kind of question, you must have a very quiet atmosphere. Okay, take a few minutes to rest and meditate for at least 10 or 15 minutes. As you meditate, let your thoughts settle down. So whatever thoughts that comes about work, about life, about your children, everything, let it settle down. Once it is settled down, only you can ask this kind of question. So you have to prepare the mood, prepare the environment, to prepare the situation, so when you can do deep thinking. So when you do this kind of self-analysis, the house must be very quiet. There's no music around. There's no sound, especially they said if you go to nature and sit down and ask this kind of question, you can get the answers very fast. Okay, so you have to set that mood for everything. For asking deep questions, you have to set a mood, set that kind of environment. Am I clear now? Thumbs up if you can
Yes.
hear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sitaji. Okay, so we will go through this question, and I want all of you to think about it. Okay, and it's as you all say, it's not okay. Rajesh, you want to say anything?
Hello.
Yes, Rajesh ji.
Yeah. I can serve the others by sharing my happiness, by sharing my smile. It doesn't cost that much to uh, do something for others, can to do serve others. So we can do very simple things to do serve others.
Very good, Rajesh. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else want to say something before we move on to the next question?
For me, the share how I can serve others, the first thing that comes to my mind is about animals.
Awesome. So, how can you serve the animals?
Yes, especially the ones that are being abused.
Ah, okay. Okay, ma. Thank you for
Okay,
sharing.
thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, Tilaka.
Hi, Miraji. Thanks for joining.
Hi. You're welcome. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, my passion is always to empower people. So that would be something that I really would love to do, and I enjoy doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, right.
So, anyone else before we go to the next part? Okay. So you see, these are the questions. These are the some of the questions you can ask yourself where you can do deep thinking. Okay. And then, for example, let's say you have. Let's look at the question number one. What is the most loving response I can give in this situation? For example, in a workplace, you have some kind of issues going on, and someone is blaming you for something. So the best thing that you can do at that particular moment is just keep quiet, listen to whatever response that they are giving, And what is the most loving response I can give in this situation? If they are blaming you for something, you can't give any kind of response. You just listen, and you have to check it out whether the blame, what they are telling is true or not. If it does not resonate with you, and you know you are in the right, you have to speak up. So it doesn't have to be a loving response, yeah. It has to be a setting your boundaries. You tell them, okay, I I, I think that what you're saying is not correct, because I have done my part. This is what I did, and I believe that I should not be blamed for this. Okay, so we have to set boundaries in this kind of situation. For example, in a family, your daughter said something. She was very angry about the situation in the office. When she came into the house, only you said something, and she got very irritated, and she said something. So in this time, what is the most loving response you can give in this situation? You just go and give her a hug and say, I'm sorry for you had a bad day. I just love you. That kind of thing you can do. So a lot of thinking needed in our part for us to respond correctly. Okay. So what is the gift in this experience? You look at the situation, ask this kind of question, and what is the new perspective can I adopt about this problem? It's about the situation that happens in your life. All these are examples of questions you can ask yourself. Example of question you can ask yourself for the particular situation. You know, contemplation is very, very important, as we discussed last week. Contemplation is going within yourself and getting the answer from within yourself, from your higher self, from, you can say anything, from your soul, from higher self, from your intuition, whatever it is. And one thing I tell you, it does not come that easily. You have to do lots of practice. Lots of practice is closing your eyes and asking a question and waiting for the answer. You got to wait for the answer. It will take 1 minute, it will take 10 minutes, sometimes it will take 1 hour. You got to wait for the answer. Okay, if you start for 15 minutes, you still don't get the answer, you just get up and do whatever you want to do, then go back, settle yourself down and ask this kind of question. Do not stop asking the question. The more you keep repeating the question to yourself, one day a light bulb will go in your brain and you will get the answer. Okay, understand? Thumbs up if you can understand what I'm saying.
Yes, Akka.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, these are the questions about personal growth and self-understanding. Okay, this is a very difficult question. It's more like a spiritual question. Who am I beyond my physical body and identity? I don't know whether you all have started asking the question or not. Please do start and see what is the answer you're getting. And I've done all these things. What is my true purpose in life? What qualities do I need to cultivate to become my best self? These are the questions I constantly ask myself. And sometimes, not every time I get good answers. Sometimes it makes me think more. Okay. It makes me think, it makes me to contemplate more. Okay, why am I getting this answer? Does it resonate with me? Is it me? So I ask a different question and ask myself, okay, uh, where am I? Where am I missing? What am I missing? That kind of question. Must keep on asking questions. If you don't get the answer, don't what do you call? Don't give up. Don't give up. You have to ask questions. If only when you ask the right questions, you will get the answer. And it takes a lot of patience, a lot of meditation. And sometimes you don't have to sit and ask for the question. Sometimes you just take one book, and you will get the answer in that book. Sometimes suddenly your friend will call you and they will tell you some kind of situation. And then you will say, oh, this is the answer that I was looking for. Synchronicity will happen in your life, and the universe. I always believe, the universe will always give me the answer or the avenue for me to look for the answer. For example, for today, I was and sitting down and contemplating what shall I talk about. Last week, I am talking about contemplation, and I said that you have to ask questions. And there was a book and suddenly I saw a book yesterday, and the book is the answer is you. And from the book, I got everything. So you see, this universe, synchronicity, everything will guide you to the right place. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, life and existing questions and spiritual inquiry. So these are the slides that I will share with you. Please use this as a guideline for you to inquire within. Remember, the answer is not outside, it's all within you. The answer is within you. And as I said, you all have a super brain. Please use the super brain to get in touch with your soul, in touch with your higher self, in touch with your intuition. So that's all I want to talk to you about. That's all I want to talk about today. And if you have any question, please ask. No question? I'm going to call one by one and I'm going to ask you all questions. Rajesh ji, was this information useful to you?
Yes, very, very good, very useful.
Thank you, ji. Talia,
Yes, Akka.
so what have you learned from this lesson?
Mm, That I have to find answers from within.
Okay, straightforward question, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Rani Sundaram, Rani, do you want to say anything? Okay, Dr. Sita?
Yes, your message is very crisp and very nice that we have to seek information and answers from outside.
Thank you,
So,
ji.
yes.
Okay, noted, Magesh, thank you. Raji, Raji, it's close enough. Would you like to share anything? Okay, Abita,
Hi, Akka. I joined 15 minutes late, so I'm trying to catch up with what's going on. And yes, as you said, the answer is always within. I'm just going through your questions. I'm going through your questions. Yeah, in fact, when you asked how can I serve better, I was actually working whole day and helping people in whatever ways I felt. I was thinking and thinking. Then I finally felt I should relax. That's what I felt.
okay. It's not, yeah, everyone will get different answers. So whatever resonate with you, go ahead and do. Okay.
Yeah. Then what qualities do I need to cultivate to become my best self is love, surrender, self love, patience. And my true purpose of life is to serve people. Yes, at the same time, also serve my needs and have self love also.
Just a correction. Serve
Yeah.
myself first and then serve others.
Wow. Thanks for that correction, Akka. I really love it. Uh, yeah, I'm going through your questions actually. I've took a screenshot. So, what are the
I'll share with
limiting
you.
beliefs?
I'll share with all of you there.
Yes, Akka. Yes, I'll work on it. I'll work on it and I'll update it in the group if required. Limiting beliefs. Yes, I have to write it down. I think there will be many.
Hmm.
What are the limiting beliefs am I holding back and how can I release them? And what can I learn from the challenging situation? Yes, every time I reflect, what am I learning in this? But sometimes when it's very painful, it's the answers don't come immediately. What's the lesson? But yes, I always try to make a connection. okay, from this, what can I take? Or what is the learning? Each time it varies.
Yeah, it does, Amma. Okay. The questions are given to all of you because I want you all to think deep with it. As I said, it never occurred to me to think about anything, always thinking about life challenges. The moment I started changing the way I think, a lot of things changed in my life. So that's why I want all of you to start thinking in a different way and see the universe actually will back you up. There's a lot of things that will happen to you. Good things will happen to you. Okay, all positive things will happen because the way you have the thing, but the way you think has changed. When the way you think you change, your habit will change. The way you react to people will change. The way you look at the things will change. A lot of things will change in your life, and you feel that there's a lot of good things. This beautiful universe, you know. You
So
guys see
it,
that?
it was by asking and reflection you're saying, Akka?
Yes, by
Yeah,
asking and thinking.
correct.
Okay,
Yes,
it's
yes.
very, very important for us to ask questions. So when we ask question, really, you can go deep within yourself, and you can go and actually deep, deep spiritual answers. That's what I noticed. Okay, Miraji, would you like to say anything?
No, I'm good. It's all good, Akka. Yeah.
Thank you, Miraji. Okay, from next week onwards, Miraji will be conducting this session. And thank you, Mira, for giving me an opportunity to share my wisdom with all of you.
No
And
worries. Akka will be doing this from time to time. So just so that there's a variety as well.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what we want is full of variety in life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, anyone want to say anything before we close off? Chitrama?
எஸ் மேம். நம்ம எப்படி எது செய்யறோமோ அது பிரபஞ்சம் நமக்கு கரெக்டா உள்ள நம்ம ஆத்ம திருப்தியா செய்யறது நம்ம கண்டிப்பா அது பலன்கள் பிரபஞ்சம் நமக்கு கொடுக்கும்.
செய்கை இல்லம்மா, எண்ணங்கள் கொஸ்டின்ஸ்.
என்னங்க நம்ம என்ன சிந்தனை பண்றோமோ எதை நம்ம நினைக்கிறோமோ அதை சர்வீஸ் பண்ணா கூட அது ஆத்ம திருப்தியா செய்யல அது கரெக்டா மக்களுக்கும் அது போய் சேரும்ன்றது என்னோட.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Okay, thank you for sharing, ma. Sumati, would you like to say anything? Sumati Raju?
Akka, can I ask one question?
Definitely.
Yeah.
One moment.
Even today my friend was also telling. So, she was telling that we